Hello, and welcome to Filmsquatch, the podcast where two guys from the Deep South watch and review movies about Bigfoot. It's that simple. Each episode takes a look at a single film about a Sasquatch or a Yeti, and the guys break it down for you. Patrick and Kendall are true believers, but they're too old, too fat, and too lazy to get up off their sofas and go hunt for a Sasquatch themselves. So they just sit back and watch movies about them. Now, let's head over to the Filmsquatch screening room, where Patrick and Kendall are ready to discuss their latest film.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special episode of Filmsquatch. We have some very special guests with us to talk about a very special event and a cheesy Bigfoot movie. Patrick, why don't you let us know who our friends are today?
All right, yeah, we've got the owners of the Boggy Creek Boutique in Fouke, Arkansas with us, Jeff and Cindy Sheldon. Yeah. And I'm going to introduce them right now and let them tell you about their store. So, hey, when did y'all start this Boggy Creek Boutique? How long ago?
We started it 2 years ago.
Okay.
We're starting our third year right now.
Awesome. And y'all are not originally from Fouke, right? Y'all moved into the area?
We did. We moved from California. Don't hold that against us.
We immigrated to America.
Yeah.
So what made y'all want to do that and come open a Bigfoot store in Fouke?
Well, how much do we want to get into that? We came here to buy the Monster Mart.
It didn't pan out. So we started our own place and never been happier.
Yep.
I watched the Legend of Boggy Creek from the time I was just a tiny kid when it was, I'm dating myself, but when it was new. Mm-hmm. And I was always fascinated with it. And I had a friend, John, who's passed away right after high school, but we always promised that we would go and see Fouke and find out, what this was all about and track this all down. And when we adopted our kids, and they'd never been out of Los Angeles County before, so she made the mistake of let me plot a vacation with them. So one of the stops I had to make was Fouke, because I was fascinated since I was a tiny kid, and fell in love then. That was in 2011.
Never forget Alan's corn fritters.
Oh,
was dreaming about those ever since we came out here. Wasn't that like 14 years ago?
Yeah, 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I was doing a documentary on paranormal things, and I got to choose where to go. Yeah. So I had to come back out here, and I was done. I had enough of the desert. I needed to move to the swamp. I needed an extreme opposite.
So that's what we did.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Let me ask you a big question.
Uh-oh.
Is Bigfoot real?
I believe that she used to say that
I never believed until I thought, how can something be real, not be photographed, not be seen, not be more actual evidence that it is real?
Because we were both from the desert. You could see 20 miles in any direction.
But then when we moved here, I was like, something could live. There's so much dense wooded area. There's so many critters out in the woods. I mean, from deer to, the razorbacks or the hogs and the bunnies and all that. There's so much out there that, oh yeah. And the deer, they run across in front of you and then go into the woods and you can't see the deer.
Yeah, split second
and they're
later,
standing right
in
there.
Broad daylight.
So there was when we moved here, I was like, I do think something could be out there. And then I've had a couple of experiences with not actually seeing anything, but actually something I think was seeing me. because everything just, I was walking one of our dogs, and at night when we first moved here, he wouldn't go outside. He was like, no way, no way.
Nope.
So I was walking the dog, and everything was, the crickets were going, the frogs were croaking, and all of a sudden everything just went completely silent. The dog stopped, stared into the woods, hair standing on end.
Because
And
we're right on the woods, and we're walking distance from Boggy Creek. So
and so I was like, I don't know what the heck that is, so let's go inside.
Yeah. And she came in white as a sheet. I said, I don't want to know what you saw, what you heard. Get in the house, lock the door.
Yeah. And so that was one of my experiences. And then I saw something like, you see something out of the corner of your eye.
What about when you're
in the car? Yeah. You're coming back from Shreveport and driving at night. This one's facing the phone like always. And I'm like, what the heck was that? And he's like, huh? And I swear it was a little one on the side of the road running, and it was running on all fours, but it was like nothing I'd ever seen running like that. And so I think I've had two little experiences, but I've never actually like encountered one.
If I saw anything, I'd need to be institutionalized. Yeah. For anything.
So when the Fouke monster, the main bulk of the sightings, it was like from the 60s through the 70s, or when exactly did it all take place?
It was a big chunk then, but people are still to this day.
Okay, I was going to ask you.
We're going to have several people
sightings of it.
coming to the shop.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I have folks swearing, coming up to me to this day saying they've seen it recently.
And it's not just crazy people.
No.
It's like people that you would, that are reputable and that are not people that would just say to get attention or anything like that. They're actually people who have seen something or have seen the monster.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, what's it like living in a little, small, iconic town like Fouke?
It's different. It's we didn't know how people were going to take us. Like when we first moved here, it was, oh, you're from California. And we're like, yeah, but we're not Californians. Like we're, like we said, like he said, we moved to America. So that took a minute because it is such a small town and everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Most people are related to somebody, to each other in some way through marriage or whatever. But we've been here. I mean, we've been in our shop, like we said, 2 years, and we have people that come in that are like family to us now. Yeah. And we consider them like family and they consider us like family. So at first it was, and I feel at home here. Like, I mean, I grew up in the military, and so you didn't really ever have a home because every 3 years you were moving or whatever. And
we lived in one spot for 17 years together.
Yeah. And it just never felt like home. And this feels like home ever since the first time we moved here. It was just like, this is I just felt so comfortable and so, I want to say
at peace.
Like at peace, and just a nice place to grow old, which we are, but
good. Let's talk a little bit about your shop. Can you tell people like what type of things you sell in there?
Yeah, we started out just Jeff and I doing everything to stock the shop, and then slowly but surely we've had people in the community come to our shop and they do cool things or create cool things. And so we wanted to open our shop up to local people, local vendors. Right now we're at 34 local vendors making all kinds of things from jams, jellies, pickles, beef jerky, pork rinds. We freeze-dried candy, Bigfoot stuff, of course. We have like pop culture stuff. We have crocheted stuff. We have clothes. Like just a little bit of everything. Jewelry.
Then there's my half of the building.
Yeah. Then we have another room that is kind of ties in with the pop culture stuff, but it's a video rental store. And we rent videos. We play games. We play Dungeons and Dragons. We have board games available for people to, play board games if you wanted to just come hang out.
It being such a small town, I wanted because there's not a whole lot for kids to do here.
There's nothing for them to do.
So I wanted
get in trouble.
Yeah, I wanted a safe place where they could stimulate their minds and just get away from the humdrum rest of the world and everything. And I had to do the video store thing because there's no feeling like on a Friday night going through and say, "Oh, I've always wanted to see this. Oh, can you tell me about it?" It's just it's lost now, and I feel bad for kids because that was such an awesome experience.
Yeah.
So yeah, we plug that in as well, and we do movie nights and yeah.
It's great. What would you say? I know you sell a lot of Bigfoot items. What would be the top 3 that you sell the most of?
We have Bigfoot stuffies, like stuffed animals. We have brought some. Like that. Different thing. We have a couple different options there. We sell pajama pants or leggings. Those, I can't keep them in stock.
Yeah.
And then just anything that says Fouke or Boggy Creek.
You can go to Archie McPhee and get Bigfoot stuff, but you want to be able to, make all your friends at home jealous and have something that says Fouke on it.
Right.
Yeah, and we because we have done, when we first started, we did a little bit of everything. We can make personal shirts, personalize them with, if you wanted to say Fouke, if you wanted to say Boggy Creek, if you wanted to say both, if you want designs on the front, back, whatever, we can do that. We have some unique things too. We have some lamps that are Bigfoot, that are made Bigfoot. We have license plates, Boggy Creek license plates. We have license plate frames. We have 3D koozies that have Bigfoot on them. We have a little bit of everything. But I love finding the unique things. We have flasks that have Bigfoot on them. Night lights, everything.
Yeah. I know the last time we were there, Kendall and I each bought a Bigfoot coffee mug. It's like a big giant foot. Yep. Those are awesome. I drink out of it all the time.
Oh, that's great. We have those. Yeah.
We also buy a lot of your food products. Kendall, what's the salsa that we like? What? It's like a Chipotle.
Is Gladden Farms?
Yes, Gladden
Their
Farms.
salsas.
Yeah. Boggy Creek salsa.
Then there's the Grizz corn.
Yeah,
that's some good stuff. And then I'm trying to think of some of the Wendigo.
Yes, that's Cryptid Kitchen.
The jams, jellies. I love that.
They're expanding their selection. It's all cryptid theme. What are some of the?
Yeah, they're called Cryptid Kitchen, and they have Bigfoot toe jam, and that's the pickled jalapenos, cut up in chunks, so it kind of looks like toe jam. They have
I don't know what
pixie dust, and they have all different kinds of things that they have created, and everything's named after either a cryptid or a haunted place,
some kind of
paranormal thing. And they've expanded their selection a lot. They just started doing pickled okra, which I had never had pickled okra, and I tried theirs, and it's so good. I'd actually never had okra.
Yeah, she's always worried about it being slimy.
Because I'm a texture kind of gal, and I didn't think I'd like it, but it was so good. Their pickles are so good too. Just everything.
All right, let me ask you, for anybody going through Fouke, where can they find you, and what's your hours and times of operation?
We are right on the main drag on the it's called many different things. It's called the 71. It's called Monster Expressway. Our address is 502 North Monster Expressway. I mean, if you got off the freeway and drove through our town and blinked, you'd probably miss all of us, Monster Mart included. But we're across from Allen's Burger Center, right on the corner if you were going to the school, right on that corner. You can't miss us unless, like I said, you blink because our town's so small.
So we're on the north end of town.
Yeah.
Really, basically, it's a couple of blocks, but on the north end is us, and on the south end is the Monster Mart. So if you're coming from the south, up from like Shreveport, you'd hit the Monster Mart first, and then we'd be at the end of town. But if you're coming from the north, like Texarkana, we'd be the first spot that you would hit coming into town.
All right.
And our hours are
we're Wednesday through Sunday. And typically it's 12 to 6. If you're coming through town, text us, message us, whatever. We'll come to the shop. We live real close.
Yeah, if you follow, we're 7 minutes away. If you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, send us a little message. I'd rather not come at 2 a.m., but if that's the only time you're through here, I'll do it. But
hey, when I want my salsa, I want my salsa.
All right, or at 2 a.m. and I'm wanting to play Dungeons and Dragons, I just got to get that fixed.
He'll do it. If it was Dungeons and Dragons for you, anytime.
That's right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in this episode, we've invited the Sheldons to join us to talk about the 56?
56, yep.
Movie, Bigfoot movie, Man Beast. So,
Man Beast.
Jeff, can you give us an elevator pitch of basically what this movie's about?
So, from what I was able to ascertain, there was, I believe, a woman and her brother and husband, and I believe a professor, and they were heading off to the Himalayas to find somebody that they stopped losing contact with these people. It was important to them to find them, and they get up there, and I don't know how much you want to go with spoilers and stuff, but havoc ensues once they get up into the Himalayas.
Yeah, it's been a few years, so we can spoil it.
Okay, well, yeah. Yeah, the Yeti. They got stalked by if we can't spoil it, they got
killed.
Yeah, they got stalked and killed, and it seemed like, was it possibly more than just a Yeti? I will never, for the rest of my life, not see the chest hair of Varga ever again when he had his shirt open. I mean, he could do ponytails off of his chest hair. What was that about?
All right, well, let's take a look at the trailer and we'll be right back.
Okay.
So.
Look out! Where, Hut? Where? There! The abominable snowman. High in the desolate Himalayas, scientists have reported a species of half-man, half-beast. Articles on them have appeared in Pageant, Popular Science, True, and Newsweek magazines. This story of the perils encountered by an expedition searching for these creatures brings to the screen one of the most exciting motion pictures ever made.
You're jumpy, Hud. All day I've had the feeling someone was watching us, trailing us.
Passions explode violently as a man fights for survival and a woman's love against the never-ending terror of primitive isolation, astounding dangers that stagger the imagination, breathtaking thrills and spectacular action against the towering peaks, 21,000 feet above the earth. Excitement thunders from the screen as powerful elements burst forth in all their fury to destroy the men who dared to invade the icy stronghold of the abominable snowman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from the trailer of quite possibly the greatest Yeti film ever made. 1956's Man Beast, starring Virginia Maynor, Lloyd Nelson, and Tom Maruzzi, and of course George Scaff as Varga, Jeff's favorite character. Obviously, he longs to have chest hair like Varga. So
He's close.
Hey now.
let's go into this. Sheldons, what did y'all think of the actors in this film? How did the acting go for you?
It was a little wooden. I don't think it was unwatchable. I didn't find myself going to my phone.
No,
So
we watched it.
yeah, I thought it was an enjoyable watch. I found it kind of interesting. I did go on to IMDb afterwards. Were you aware that Asa Maynor, the lead actress in the film, are you familiar with other things that she did?
Honestly, no. I did most of my research on Jerry Warren, the director. So fill us in.
She was the stewardess in Terror at 20,000 Feet, the William Shatner Twilight Zone episode.
Oh,
we had to play that last night too in bed.
Yeah, we had to watch that to make sure it was her.
Because I know I've seen that a million times. I thought, oh, she looks kind of familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Jerry Warren, I mean, it's no surprise that this film isn't that amazing because Jerry Warren's known for films such as Teenage Zombies and Space Invasion of Lapland. Just a bunch of very bad, low-budget movies.
I was wondering if Jerry Warren was like a pseudonym for Ed Wood at some point, because I was getting that vibe hard.
He would actually, he would write movies. He would do his pen name was Jacques Lecoutier or Lecoutier. I don't know how you say it. He would do that. And then one of his wives, I can't remember what her name is. She worked on a bunch of films with him, but she said that there were movies that people would be listed. Brienne Murphy, that's her name. People would be listed as the writer, and nobody knew who this writer was. So they assumed Jerry Warren just made up stuff.
Wow.
There was an actor listed in the credits for this movie, and let's see. Let me find his name here. And Rock Madison. Everybody knows Rock Madison, right?
Rock Madison.
They believe that was just made up by Jerry Warren to make the cast seem bigger than it was, because there's not a very large cast in this film.
And actually, looking at it, there's no photo for Rock Madison on the
right
on IMDb.
I think that's Rock Madison is a career I want to follow now. I want to see how many movies Rock's been in. I've heard of Rock Hudson, but not Rock Madison.
Or The Rock.
That they kept sitting behind.
That's it.
Yeah, he was the Rock
they were hugging around. Yep.
You asked about the acting. I kind of felt like I was watching a play, a live play, more than
very
watching
much.
a movie.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of, while there was dialogue, there was, like, say Cindy and I were in the film, there was a lot of talking like this while I was speaking to. Did you notice that? They were looking off into space, and one guy kept looking at the camera. He was dead on.
Yes.
A bunch of times looking at the camera.
Yep, I caught that a lot. That was it was Tom Maruzzi that was doing that. Steve Cameron, the hero of the movie, he would look at the camera often. And this movie was kind of funny because Jerry Warren was notorious for working on the cheap.
Yeah.
And they supposedly would hop the fence. There were scenes that were supposed to be in Tibet, and they would hop the fence to another studio and do a little bit of guerrilla filming on another set.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, they would shoot this stuff, and then they would hop back across to their side of the fence so they wouldn't get in trouble. And it was
That's awesome.
pretty cheap. The creature, Patrick, do you want to talk about the creature now, or you want to?
Well, you want to jump? Yeah, we can talk about the costume.
Okay.
I thought it looked great from the neck down.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the creature was actually a gorilla, a white gorilla suit from a movie called White Pongo.
Yeah.
And Jerry Warren altered the face.
And you know who was in the costume, right? On White Pongo.
He was? Well,
On White Pongo's Crash Corrigan.
Oh, Crash Corrigan. Okay.
So that was his costume.
Yeah.
Brienne White claims that she was in the costume for most of the scenes in Man Beast. And there's no confirmation of that. It's just her word against Jerry's word. Maybe Rock Madison was in the suit. I don't know.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, from the neck down, it looked really good, but the face was horrible.
Yeah. I think it would have worked better if he'd have just left it as a white gorilla.
Yeah, the
think
face
you're
looked so fake and just weird looking. I don't know.
I don't think I could ever really make out what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
They were just like fixed in place and they didn't move, you know?
No.
No.
And speaking of movement, it was, I think they could have cut that movie down to probably 15 minutes if they cut out the scenes of them walking from one side of the frame and then walking to the other side of the frame. But
and that's one thing I did like about the movie. It was only an hour and 7 minutes. So it was really easy to watch, you know?
That's true. And
quick watch.
Location wise, there was something I found interesting too. They all the cave scenes they did in the Bronson Caves at Griffith Park in LA. And that was the original Bat Cave from the 60s TV show as well. I thought that was kind of neat. That cave's been in a lot of stuff.
If that was in the 60s, this was in 56. So
this was original. Yeah. But I mean, yeah.
They stole Jerry's idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
They watched the movie and said, I got to film there.
Yep.
And I read on some, I don't know if it was IMDb or what, but it said there's a Spanish version of it out there. And the Spanish version has like 8 minutes of additional footage that's not in the American version.
Well, we're
I got to track that down. Yeah.
It's just Barbara's chest, though.
Yeah.
So, Kendall, you want to talk about the cinematography?
Or
the lack
not
of?
much to talk about. I mean, it was shot on sets and pretty basic shots.
A lot of static shots.
Yeah. I did like the shots whenever Connie, I think her name was, and her group, Erickson, whenever they were trying to locate the other group and they saw them off in the distance. I did like those scenes. Yeah. I thought those were very well done. The rest of nothing to talk about really. It was a pretty basic cinematography. How about you, Patrick? What did you think about it?
Actually, I thought it was well filmed. I mean, for such a bad movie, I thought that's the one thing it had going for it. I mean, the shots were composed pretty well, you know, set up. Every scene looked great to me. A lot better than some of the films made later, you know, like Snow Beast or even Bigfoot. I thought it wasn't as shaky and grainy looking, you know. I thought they did a good job. What about the Sheldons? What do y'all think?
Yeah, I think it was they were composed well. There was a lot, like I said, a lot of static kind of shots. There wasn't a lot of, you didn't get a feeling of motion through. I mean, it was a lot of, like say, from walking from one side of the frame to the other side of the frame. I mean, it was, but like I say, it wasn't shaky.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things from that period shot out of focus and spots here and there, but
the one thing that bothered me was when they were on the side of the mountain climbing it, and the ladies standing there just like flat hand, like hanging from the side of the mountain.
The mountain is like
this. And she's flat hand, like not like gripping or anything. I was like, that was like the only thing that really bothered me.
I like the shots of the snow-covered mountains and stuff. I thought it was pretty. You know?
I
like seeing all that.
But I think there wasn't enough snow though.
Yeah, there was one, you know, the stock footage of the avalanche, and then you see the guys huddled under the rock, and it's like just somebody's tossing a couple of snowballs down there. It could have gone to a shaved ice place. And
what got me was they're not really dressed for the Himalaya. For
No, no
no
gloves.
gloves, thin jackets. The one guy with the flop, he kind of looks like Art Carney, like bebopping around, from the Honeymooners. But yeah, I thought that was hilarious. They're up in the
She was rocking
Himalayan
some
mountains.
socks though.
It was fun.
Those
she had her
white
wool
socks,
socks on.
those patterned up wool socks. Those were
No, what about what did y'all think about the music? Did y'all
I
notice
thought
it
it
at
was-
all?
I thought it was good. I thought it was kind of fitted.
it was very much of its time.
Yeah.
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 It did have that 50s drive-in movie kind of creature feature music.
I liked it. It was orchestrated and it had all the stingers in it for the right moments, dun dun dun, all that kind of stuff. I really enjoyed it. It's that kind of stood out to me. I thought it was well done.
Kind of even Creature from the Black Lagoon kind of vibe music.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if they had an orchestra do this or if they just ripped it from another film. Probably with their budget, it was probably ripped from something.
It worked.
Yeah. So what's next, Kendall? We want to talk about the poster?
The poster, I mean, the poster is, I like the poster. It's your standard, drawn photo from the 50s, the damsel in distress in the arms of the man beast.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love those posters. Yeah. I mean, I don't care how bad a movie is with a poster like that.
But the beast didn't look like that.
No, it looked way
beast didn't look like that at all.
Way better.
Yeah.
She didn't look like that either.
No.
But, yeah, I thought the poster was excellent. I want to get one, actually.
Cool.
I like that poster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, speaking of the poster, you gotta admire those Daisy Dukes up in the Himalayas that she's rocking there.
I like the title, the letters have snow caps on them.
Snow. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. They had some good artists on that poster.
Yeah. It was before you could just go to some free font site and pull it up. Somebody actually had to do the work on that.
Right. No Canva back then.
No.
Yep.
So do y'all have a favorite scene in this movie?
I'm gonna die on the chest hair hill, I think. I'm never gonna get that out of my mind. It was streams. It wasn't the entire thing like a whole hairy chest piece kind of. It was just streams of things, just little tufts. It was unnerving. Yeah.
Kendall, you got a favorite scene?
Yeah. For me, spoiler alert, it's when Varga falls.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's just one of my favorite. I love when you see the dummies fall.
Yeah.
And it's obviously a dummy.
But she was like, okay, he's coming down. He's coming down. He's coming down. I'm like, why didn't they get underneath there and light the rope on fire and really get him?
You'd think, he's part Yeti. So you'd think he can handle crawling down a rock.
You'd think.
Right. A little faster than he did.
Yeah. And that was my favorite scene was when Varga fell. But a close second was also at the encampment when one of the beasts pops up from behind the tent.
Mm-hmm.
I also enjoyed that scene too.
Yeah.
That was a good scene. Patrick, how about you?
I like when was his name Steve? I like when he was shooting at a Yeti and also fighting the other character. It was like, I don't know. I just like that. It was a good action scene.
I'm with you.
So anything else you want to cover? Y'all have any other things about it?
I think that pretty well.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to give it a rating then. We want to know what y'all rate this from 1 to 10. How many Bigfoot tracks would you give it? 1 being the worst, 10 being the greatest.
5.5.
That's
I enjoyed it.
from last time.
Oh,
You
it is.
enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it. I don't know. It's going to be one of those where, like, every 2 weeks, I'm like, oh man, we got to put it on. But I didn't hate it. Maybe a 6. I'm going to go.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with the 6, especially because, if you're pressed for time, you got something you got to do, and you got dressed faster than you needed to, and so you're sitting there waiting until it's time to get in the car. If you got like an hour, that's not a bad thing to do. Yeah.
What about you, Kendall?
For me, well, I'm a little bit more harsh. I'm going to give it a 3. I'm giving it 3 Bigfoot tracks out of 10. It is. I agree with y'all that it's the perfect movie if you got an hour to kill.
Yeah.
Just throw it on and enjoy it. It was fun to watch, but overall the acting was just too wooden for me. The creature wasn't that impressive. I did like the whole genetic stuff where they were trying to breed the Yeti out. I did like that part of the story, but it was just it's a B movie, a bad B movie, and yeah, I'm giving it 3. I do recommend watching it at least once. But yeah, I'm giving it 3 Bigfoot tracks out of 10. And so, Patrick, that leaves you.
Well, I mean, I thought it was a great looking film. You know, that the acting was mediocre at best. Actually, it was pretty bad, but but the Yeti costume was horrible. I did like the cinematography and the music. I thought that was the best things about the whole movie, you know. And it did have a blah blah. I can't talk. It did have a nice little twist to the plot there, you know.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
No. So
I thought maybe he was studying him and there was some kind of psychic connection, but I didn't see him being, you know, cut from the same cloth. Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a 4.5. It's a classic cheesy Bigfoot movie. I like Bigfoot movies and I like cheese. So I think it was, you know, close to average movie for me.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable, a little weak for my taste, but I think it's worth the watch, you know, to see what an early Bigfoot movie like that, you know, what it was like, you know, decades before the stuff we get from Boggy Creek and all that, you know, see what movies were like back then. I think it's worth the watch to check it out.
I think so.
We'll change ours to a 5.
No, I'm gonna keep it there, just for the chest hair.
Oh,
you gotta see it for that.
The chest hair.
Awesome.
Well, now that we've got that out of the way, we have something that's coming up next month. If I'm correct, I think we got something coming up next month, right?
August.
Yep.
Y'all help me out. Yeah, we're recording this in July.
Oh,
so
you're
yeah,
right.
in August.
By the time this airs, you can say next month. I got you.
Okay.
You planned it out so well. I didn't think ahead like that.
So what's happening next month? What day? What time? Where? What's going on?
We're having the Boggy Creek Monster Mingle. We partnered with Filmsquatch.
These big celebrities down south of us.
And we're having it August 30th at our shop, Boggy Creek Boutique, from 10 to 6. Will be the festival or mingle. We're going to have food truck, entertainment,
lots of
vendors. Outside as well as inside. We'll have a few, like our normal ones, but we'll have vendors outside. Inside, we'll have Filmsquatch, I think, is going to be doing live podcast.
Yeah, we'll do podcasts. We're also going to have a pop-up short film Bigfoot festival.
Yeah.
We have, I think, 10 Bigfoot movies lined up right now to show you.
Oh,
perfect.
And they're all, I would say, anywhere from what, Kendall, 6 minutes to 30 minutes, somewhere in between.
Beautiful.
Not very long. So you won't have time to lose interest.
Yeah. and then, of course, we're going to show the Bogman, the feature-length Bigfoot film
at 6:30 after.
And when it's dark,
the main event.
Hopefully,
it'll be the main event.
Yeah. So if there's really big Boggy Creek fans out there watching, we're going to have a gentleman. He was the Miller County Sheriff at the time that all the incidents in the Legend of Boggy Creek happened. And he's going to be here talking. He was the one that actually responded to the Ford family when he was in his long johns on the bathroom and that hand came through there. He was the guy that took care of all that. So he's going to be here and he's going to be talking, answering any questions that people have and telling stories. He's for decades talked with everybody that's reported an incident. He was the go-to guy. So, I mean, he is a wealth of knowledge like you wouldn't believe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And okay, when we're talking about the Bogman Bigfoot feature film, Mitch Lang, the writer and director of it, he's going to be there, and we're going to get him to speak about the making of it. So, I mean, if there's any filmmakers that's ever wanted to learn to make a movie, Mitch is there. You can pick his brain. He's a great guy to talk to. He'll help you out with whatever he can do. And he's bringing some of his cast and crew with him.
Yep.
I believe he's going to have the Bogman himself there to make an appearance. So,
that'd be nice.
And I was talking about the 10 short films we're showing. I believe at least 2 or 3 people from that group will be there also representing their film, and they'll speak about it. Little Q&A session. So, I mean, if you want to learn how to make films, that's the place to be, you know?
Yep.
Great.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Maybe the Fouke monster will make an appearance too, and he can fight the Bogman.
We put an invitation out, so
I'll be hiding in the back if he comes out. I don't want.
You gotta leave a trail of Reese's Pieces up to
There
the
you
back
go.
door there.
beef jerky. That's what he eats. Beef jerky.
Okay.
There's a guy at my church, and a young kid, and he wants to go hunt Bigfoot, and he's got a trap planned, and he's gonna load it up with beef jerky. That's what he figures is gonna get him. So yeah, I might have to go with beef jerky too.
All right. Well, yeah, I can't wait for this event. I can't wait to be there with y'all again. See
Yeah,
y'all.
we can't either.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Always nice. You always treat us like family when we're there.
Yeah.
Love that.
Oh, you guys, we consider
You guys
you
are
as family.
family.
Yep.
Yeah, we're and not stepkids either, like actual
Nope.
blood family.
Yes. Yes.
Actually, I like you guys a lot more than I like a lot of my family.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
I found that the family that you make is oftentimes a whole lot better than the family you're dealt. So
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Well, do y'all have anything else to say about the movie we talked about, or about the event, or about your store?
Just come see us.
Yeah.
Come join us August 30th. And if you can't make it then, come join us anytime.
yeah, like I
Awesome.
say, follow us on Facebook. We'll drop in there even if we're closed.
Yep.
We're 7 minutes away. So
Yep.
Kendall,
Yeah.
you got anything, final words here?
No, I'm just ready for the monster mingle.
yeah.
That and maybe some jelly and salsa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we can make that happen.
Well,
Okay, so
Kendall,
I
I want
guess-
to tell you, if you're ever in the back of the Boggy Creek Boutique and you're eating that salsa with those chips and you hear something grunting behind you and breath down your neck, it's probably not Jeff. You better watch your back.
Probably
Bigfoot's out
not.
there. All right. Well, we want to thank the Sheldons for joining us on this episode. It was really cool. We should have done this earlier. Y'all been
Yes.
Thank
some
you
of
so
our
much.
favorite
for having
people in
us.
the world, So
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad we got y'all.
Anytime you want us to watch a cheesy Bigfoot movie, let us
We're all
know.
over
We're
it.
up for it.
All right.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Filmsquatch. If you like the podcast, please leave us a 5-star review and tell your friends about us. Make sure to like us on Facebook and join in on some of our interactive discussions. Remember, Bigfoot is out there. Watch your back.